there's a lot of interesting little things that these foods do that we blame on. Maybe he just doesn't like his math class. Did it ever occur to you that he was served milk right at lunchtime and lunches before his math class? So there's 6 foods, guys, I want you to really pay attention to, particularly among the indigenous. And if you're not full blood, pay real close attention, because you're the more difficult ones to identify. It's real easy to say, well, on the res, reality, at home, for those who have that speck of native blood, they truly are oftentimes marked with some of the same challenges. So pay attention to your genealogy. Don't think because you're Irish you're okay, though. Potatoes will really send you into the next orbit. And that seems to be a favorite food. Isn't that interesting? But potatoes is frequently a problem among our Irish. Those of Irish descent. So pay attention to the foods, pay attention to the patterns, pay attention to how you feel. And when you feel a certain way that's not your usual self, and you feel particularly down and awful and ugly and nasty, ask yourself, what did I just eat? Or what did I just do? Spirits are talking to you. They're trying to help you to see what it is we're doing in this physical way. Oh yes, there's a spiritual component. When you really get cleaned up, I mean really get cleaned up, get rid of all the trash out of your diet, get rid of all of it. And again, the same way with those cleaning supplies and things like that, if you buy something that you're to eat and has a whole list, 17 million ingredients that you can't pronounce, what are you doing with that in your mouth? And all those creams and potions and lotions, if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Get healthy, people. Get strong, get healthy. We need you. How can we do this work? So start there, start with self. Begin with you. Get rid of all the trashy junk out of your house, all that toxic stuff. Clean up your toxic bodies. Get to ceremony, ceremony, ceremony. In my early days, I couldn't have made it to ceremony. I was too sick. So I had to clean up so I can go get cleaned up. But for those of you, please try very, very hard to clean yourselves up. And if you have a sacred space to be, a ceremony that is special to you in your own unique way, please go and clean up your spiritual self. A very interesting thing does occur, and I've worked, people show up from all walks of life. I have heroin addicts, they all come, this one, that one, lupus, irritable bowel syndrome, tension fatigue syndrome, they all come knocking on the door. Guess what? We do the same thing for everybody. I worked with a Downs child, and within less than a week, facial structure began to alter. Just changing diet. No joke. So we can take a look at things like fibromyalgia. We can take a look at, of course, we know what cancer is doing. It's running rampant. Where does that come from? I think we all know. We have all these disorders and diseases that seems to have no cure for it. They don't want to find the cure. There's no money to be made from that. So you find the cure. If you're sick, do something about it. Take a look at what you're eating. Take a look at what you're bringing into your home. I can tell you firsthand, very, very clearly, with great clarity of mind, it is an environmental problem. That's kind of our last little frontier in the medical community, and I have had, by the way, a lot of great help in the medical community. They couldn't come forward, they'd lose their jobs. And I did go back to school, by the way, and I got my doctorate in nutritional medicine, also in naturopathic medicine. So I can throw that piece of paper away. Was it worth 2 cents? Was it worth the paper it was printed on? Also, if I hang a shingle, the shackles come on, and I have physicians that beg me, please don't do that, Sarah, please don't do that, please don't do that, Grandma Claire, because you'll not be able to say what I'm saying to you today. I will be just as bound and locked as they are. The system is designed that way. So I freely give it to you. And I've been doing it for years. Freely. I'm very passionate about what I'm saying to you. I have lived it and seen it in ways that I believe are quite profound, actually. But I think you need to all know I'm here. I'm here. And we're finding ways to turn things around for so many others in subtle little ways. They knock on my door. Oh, I'm not your doctor. I can't do. What, you want to come in and have a cup of tea with me? Well, yeah, I can go out in the mountains and I can make the medicines. Learn your medicines. Learn your plants. Learn them. If you want to start with one, start with echinacea. Learn about it. Start with one plant. Learn it. I can sit there and make all these little medicines, and I do that, and everybody wants to come and have me do this exotic thing for them. That's my last resort. Last resort. That's like going to the doctor and he gives you something. What do we gain from that? I like to find out what's causing this underlying problem within you, and that's corrected at that level, and usually it's as close as your refrigerator. So pay close attention to what you put in your holy temple here. This is a sacred temple. It's a robe that we drag around when we try to do our work because it doesn't feel very good. Heal it. You've got a beautiful spirit in there that's waiting for a proper house. Heal your house so your spirit is free to do all that it can do. And how much easier it is when your body functions well. And this I know. I have the before and the after comparative. You have a wonderful opportunity in front of you just to pay attention to these things out there. I know we all like chocolate mousse. I do too. I like all that good stuff. And you all have seen me freak out over the blue M&Ms and the blue. You all seen that? All the kids in my world, they love to tease me. They bring me all the blue M&Ms, the blue Juicy Pops, the blue Gatorade. They bring all of these so I can freak out. And I've done it for so many years, all by myself, that I actually do freak out. And all my Sundancer sisters and brothers, they tortured me real well. No. They did. They brought me all the blue M&Ms. But I've been working. I've really been working. This is to tell you how easy. Now, you all know how tough it is. I mean, I'm still kind of feeling hair standing on my ends just talking about this. You all know, those guys out there, they really do know that I actually kirk out when I see anything that's blue food. Now, of course, the real deal was, a long time ago, when the kids would torment me with, Starby, I have something for you. And that whole deal was, eventually the parents would come to me and ask, I'm sorry, what's the big deal with all this blue food thing? Well, there's nothing in nature that I know of that is healthy to eat that is that color. What about blueberries? Look at a blueberry, people. Look at that blueberry. Look at it carefully. It's not that M&M blue. It is purple.